I mean, like, is it the chicken or is it the egg?
Oh, I mean,
umbuzo
samile. It's happened before, actually.
With
One
who?
person. Nah, no, I'm not a cloud pay.
Okay.
They know themselves. They fucked up.
Damn.
I'm free to write about anything I want.
And what is the impact of something like that to you, like as just a person?
I met Beyonce when we were shooting My Power. The whole time, even like when you get the music, because I didn't even know which song I was involved in because I was songwriting.
And perhaps people just are not aware of the things you're doing on a global scale.
They don't. I mean, if you have visa, maybe you would.
Tell me more about like the financial investment you had to make in order to grow yourself in other countries. Okay.
Yeah.
So end of this month we can expect something. That's what you're saying, music-wise.
End of this month, yes. You can expect something on the.
We're all about sharing the facts and teaching the tricks. Let's talk all things about music, the life of music. Let's engage about the rhythm. Let's talk about our passion for melodies, sound, and those beautiful classics. Let's get educated about these decibels we oh so dearly love. On this podcast, we talk about these politics. Welcome to Music Politricks. Sanbonani Dumelankere Exe, and welcome to another episode of Music Politricks. Nakalina Kenabusi, Baba Kulu, Baba Dese, Bariki, the Queen of Bitori. Thank you so much for the support to everybody that's following us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and Elelona on YouTube. Make sure to press that subscribe button, comment, and of course, when you comment, also tell us who you'd like to see and what kind of conversations you would love to have with them. Today, I am like hanging out with the coolest of the coolest fashion designer. Look, she loves the moon, a daughter of a seer, and a global superstar. Moonchild Sanelly. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. And you're drinking water today.
Look, darling, because the last time we weren't drinking water. It's good. I'm very well, babe. How are you?
Thank you.
And one thing about you, obviously, the mop is just always your identity. It's like such a. I understand you've trademarked it, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I had to because this happened because when I was red, 2011, I remember I shaved my head because Oh Nana came out, and I love Rihanna, but when she rebranded and she had red hair suddenly, I had that hair but been bullied for it, like all the names, like Satanic, Gothic, all that shit. And when I saw that, I knew someone was watching me because even the styling, I was like, I remember this range from one of the collaborations I'd done with a brand at a hotel. And it was like, someone's watching me. And I knew the people around me didn't think like that in general. So I didn't even bother sharing. I knew that the next one, I shaved, I was bald. Moved to Joburg and then started the new one, which was the Moon Mob. Because I knew that someone else in power before I'm in my position of power would take it and it'd be like their invention. So I was like, nope. So I called my lawyer. I was like, David, I'm going to be great. I don't have money right now, but like, please help me patent my hair. Yeah. And he was like, that's never happened before. And I was like, figure it out, sir. Yeah. It's like, okay, let's start with just, while he does his research, but immediately let's start with, I think I'd seen something close to my hair. And I knew I was like, they're coming for me.
Hectic.
So I was like, yeah. So we did that with David. All the publications and the newspapers took it out that it's mine, the teal, and here we are.
Did anybody try though to?
Someone tried from another country. I sent them the statement and I sent them everything in the DMs, and they removed it immediately.
Shucks.
Excuse me. But it's a good thing because I've heard like in productions, people like when someone would suggest like do the Moonchild one, they'd be like, no. I've heard this happen at one of the big ones, and I was like, as long as people know what time it is, like, I need to be involved. Or leave me alone.
Sure.
Create your own then.
Are you selling them? If people want to look like?
No, not yet. I think because this music game is a long game for me. It's also just setting up what I'll start auctioning years from now instead of even just selling one piece. A lot of pieces in mass. I could go that route. Yeah. but I could also go. There's so many different routes I can go because I've got the power. It's mine.
Yeah, yeah.
And my brand's always growing in general. So
Yeah.
it's not a, oh, well, the spotlight's on. There's always going to be spotlight and then song making time and spotlight again. Because what I get involved in is really huge anyway. And I don't plan on slowing down.
Oh, girl,
You
no,
know what I
please
mean?
don't.
So
Please
the
don't.
time will come for it, but I definitely was establishing that it will be on my terms. Yeah.
Which is very important,
You know?
you know, and also you're a fashion designer. You express yourself obviously through music, but also through fashion.
Absolutely.
What inspired today's outfit? Because I mean, I see the
It
teddies.
was inspired by the
So
ducks
cute.
initially.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what tomboy look am I going for today? Because like I get like I wear tight stuff or loose stuff.
Yeah.
Like as my person, I'm like two extremes.
Okay.
So I'm in my boy era.
Yeah.
In the day right now because it's winter here. I'm never here this time of the year. So I'm just making it work, you know. It was just me, chilled in my boy era.
I love it. I'm absolutely here for it. But look, the first time I ever met you, I was working on the DJ Spoo breakfast.
Massive Metro.
At Massive Metro,
Yeah.
you know, and I told you the story because I was so intrigued, you know, because one thing that came up during that conversation was the fact that you had just sold out a stadium in Barcelona. So it's giving, you're big in South Africa, you're just so much bigger internationally. Yeah. I mean, how did that, like, how is that, how does that work? How?
I feel like it comes with intention. Like it's so cheesy to say, just put the location in your GPS, it will take you there. It's knowing, because when I moved to Joburg, I knew that I already was aware in Durban already. I had to do my own events because I was different. I wasn't part of the cliques. I was doing my own thing. I established my sound during Durban evening. So I already had products. I was performing until I got to have to do my own. I was like, here I don't even have a competition. So I needed more. So I wrote down going to Joburg. I said 5 billboards that will change my life. And not necessarily years. And then I go to London, New York, and in Japan. And then when I got here, I mean, when I started getting the billboards, I'm just like, okay, wait. Nah, the stuff is building that side. Because I started touring when I'd have like $100 in my pocket, living in Times Square for a week doing the festival. But one thing I always knew that my hunger for my dreams was bigger than my hunger like in my stomach. So I always made a way, you know. The next year I went to the same festivals and I was being booked. So already I was the first one in that organization who was booked at every festival. Wow. That fit everything. Some people would be like, you fit here, you fit here. I became the highlight of the actual organization. So I became the token child because I'm an overachiever in general. Sure. But I act dumb. But so from there, even the director loved me. Even the suggestions I'd bring, like which artists to take, would actually be the ones being booked everywhere. So it was very nice. I mean, from there, that's when I was planting seeds. Where whoever's booked has less audience than me. Because now, for instance, for South by Southwest, before I even got to headline South by Southwest, I've been there for 4 years, just doing delegates and then throwing my own shows. So I made a relationship from day one. When I land, I'd just be the only one moving around and just checking for venues because I know I'm establishing something for my greater, you know. Yeah. So that happened, and in 2016, I remember then I wrote down. Okay, now because I'm in Joburg and I'm experiencing the outside, I'm just like, okay, I'm not leaving anytime soon because now I'm getting to a point where now even London, which was going to be my next, is pretty much half my year anyway. Sure. So, but it's just literally living exactly what I said I see myself as. Yeah. Like I'm too creative for my country. I'd be limited in my creations. And I just want to explore and not be in a box because I can't relate to a box. I'd be frustrated if I had to be relevant based on one genre at a time when I'm just like a well of creativity, you know.
Do you think that we can get to a point where it's completely receptive the way you are globally though?
I'm sure every time they claim you back, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, with regards to my music in South Africa, it's people who actually know how to choose what they want. Because then if you're not just operating on being fed,
Yeah.
you're never going to discover.
Yeah.
So it started with an alternative audience, the white South Africa and the alternative blacks when I started here. And I was now the main girl in alternative stages where it would be I'd be the only girl, the only black, and it's just men, and it's just like the cream of alt. It was that thing, you know. And you don't even pay attention to things like that until one of the girls that were working in PR, you know, when you get in, like interview this one,
Sure.
One girl came to me, she was just like, man, I see you at all these festivals and every journalist wants to talk to you because I feel like you represent all of us. You're the only one who's in this, who's booked on these stages.
Yeah.
And every time journalists come to us as black girls for you, it's so great for us. And that time you're just operating on some mission.
Yeah.
So those moments are like, oh snap, I didn't even realize, because you keep going in
Sure.
general,
And I
know?
guess you're like sort of tunnel vision, you
Solid.
know? Yeah.
Solid. So those moments are also nice. But I think it comes with knowing exactly where you belong. It's one thing envying. It's one thing knowing. You know, for instance, even like the reactions of the biggest people I love, they end up being like my siblings, because I don't fan out in general. I don't know if I could ever fan out, because I feel like I belong. Every time I tick a box, I belong.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I remember one of the experiences with an international situation. One of the people there, oh my God, they were like on their knees, and I'm like, I'm grateful. I belong here and I worked, you know. I'm happy. It's one of my dreams. Great. And at some point I was like, hey man, am I not humble enough? Because this person is now going down on their knees. And I'm like, it's unnecessary.
Yeah, sure.
But when you think about it, I'm the one who still got the relationship with them.
Yeah.
And we smoke anytime. I mean, wherever, you know, we go wherever we go. And I think that my reactions also come with a level of just like comfort to the people who are always treated in a specific way, I guess. I don't know. For instance, even me, I gravitate to people who are just chilled. I don't want us looking like, like you can appreciate, great, but like, relax, like,
yeah, chill.
You know, like,
I hear you.
I'm exactly what I wish. I'm actually what it's not ego. It's like a
It should be like a solid respect thing. Yeah.
Respect.
Sure.
Now that beyond stuff, it puzzles me.
I feel you. And I guess, you know, people are different and people will continue to express themselves the way they know how.
I know. Even it's a lot, and this thing is that big, and it's like, maybe I'm doing too little. But it's just like, no. And I don't think it's also even just that. It's just when you feel that you're just doing too much. You can feel when you're just pretending to be, I'm loud.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm funny.
Yeah. Chill.
No. It felt more like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was beyond gratitude.
I feel you. And tell me more about like the financial investment you had to make in order to grow yourself in other countries.
Well, I feel like even with anyone that managed me, the focus was always overseas. With regards, I mean, even now, when I tour, there's a tour budget, and then there's festivals that come up that fill up. Like, for instance, you'll see my calendar, and then you'll have like 2 weekends in 2 months that are available. So there's space for them. If they happen before they've paid, I take from Moonchild PTY to pay for it. Okay. The team, if the money is delayed, it can't affect my team on the ground. Definitely affects me, Ash, and Lauren, which is the top three. Like, Lauren is our global manager. Ashwin is the global tour manager and African day-to-day manager. Sure. And choreographer. He's everything in the two. And DJ. Hey. He's everything. So the people that are affected the most are the three of us. Okay. We wait.
And when you started though, when you started at the very early stages of your career.
You put everything there. Yeah. I mean, one of the things that I did a lot of conferences that really helped. Okay. A lot of conferences. For instance, you'd get advice like with Pandora, the audience on Pandora, you need to drop 2 singles at a time, 2 new singles at a time. The psychology of that audience is they binge the new thing, but they wanna go to something else. So that what could have been the single becomes the B-side. Okay. So they binge. So they saw their numbers grow in that space. And then you get different advice from Apple, you get different advice from different people. And I mean, with the conferences, it was IMEXA to be specific. Reneth Denga runs that organization.
Okay.
Where she gets the judges of the different festivals to come to South Africa.
That's cool.
You apply, and if you're booked, then you start traveling. Okay. There's breakfast. There's breakfast and dinner. But you hustle your way.
Yeah.
So I was one of those. First time I went flying.
Okay.
So I became the automatic. You know, when people start hating him, corner, you don't stand a chance. And it's like literally they're booking different people, you just don't fit there. There's no way I'm blocking all judges D1.
Yeah.
When there's a whole lineup of people that are auditioning for the space. So just focusing on your thing, and every opportunity, run.
How do you get access to these people?
I got access to these people through someone who was in Durban who wanted to be my manager. And I'm good with people who have decided and I haven't made the decision. So I let them decide.
Okay.
Nothing is keeping them there anyway.
Okay.
Until they vocally say this. I'll hear in the streets, I'll say, no, that's not my manager. You know, but I don't make noise. I deal with you.
Sure.
That was great on their part, because in Durban, they were a part of like moving things, right? And they were also a big liar. I found this out later.
Hectic. What did they lie about?
No, they just lie. They just lie. They just lie. But I love that truth because it led me to where I belong. So I think also I'm just good with people in general. When I find out whatever's shaky, I'm fine with leaving as well. But I'm good with people, and I'm also able to see their purpose in my life. I wasn't there for they weren't there for me for the lies. They were there to be part of where I was going.
Sure. And everybody plays a role. And
that's the thing. For me, when I deal with you as you, I don't care. I mean, there's no way I'm going to get you in my life as a scammer, you know, and then send you to ShopRite.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Sure.
Or even swipe up in front of you and I just heard a scam. I was like, someone's like a cashla.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, no, I'm not doing that. It wasn't like that. It wasn't that bad. It was bad. It wasn't that bad. Maybe because I'm just a different person. Maybe it takes longer to get to a toxic place.
Okay.
With me. I don't know. She was just part of my journey. She led me to that next part of mine. Because even when I just got in New York, New York Times flew back to SA to come do a day in my life.
That's so cool.
And it was their first time seeing me. The first publications that were talking about my first single that was on radio, and it was all on white stations. It was number 1 on 5FM for like the whole month. In the international top 40. So it was just that song. And then the next one again, number 1. But then I was just like, the money is not, you know, the alt festivals are not popping like that. The money is not like that. I need more.
Okay.
So the global is happening. I feel like I've reached my ceiling here. Okay. I need more.
Okay.
Then I write down 2016, February to August 2016. I'll have 3 hits through collaboration, South African commercial hits. I tick those boxes. 2017, 3 commercial hits.
And you're literally writing this down.
Even Beyonce wrote. So I tick those boxes the following year.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Because I'd said I take my audience back to where I come from, and then now the magnitude is crazier now. Because like for instance, the person I've worked on a lot of the new music with is someone who's worked with Madonna, Britney Spears, Miguel, Self-Esteem, Des Mumford and Sons.
That's cool, eh?
A lot of people that are out. That's MIA Sound, Funky Gold Sound. So for me when I had created my sound, and then the producer, because I didn't have a reference at the time. I didn't know these people. I just had pictures. I had a visual idea.
Sure.
And then I put it towards Red Eye. I was this animated doll with a red eye. And anyone that talks to my man, now we know shit's about to fly. Woo! And then it just laser eyes her and then she goes away. Yeah. And so I wrote the song through the visual. I translated it. And then he was a nerd, which was great. So he was exposed to more stuff. Yeah. So I was like, I think I hear what you're saying. And then he came up with Red Eye. So that was my first. Okay, I've done my Future Ghetto Funk. Okay. Let's go. Okay. And then we went off.
I love it.
And with that also, the first interactions were outside blogs and things like that. I haven't even left Durban then. But I knew I had to leave Durban. From when I knew someone was watching me. And if they've got access to Rihanna, let's go.
Yeah. Which is very powerful.
For you to even just know that. And I knew I couldn't share it.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. It didn't matter how much you loved me. I knew you think I'm crazy. Like, I knew it. I just believed it. I knew it. I know my art. I know my work. And I saw my work. And you can't tell me nothing.
Sure.
And that's it. That was it. And so, yeah, man.
And what's very cool is you have a very solid team. Like, you
Hell yeah.
have a very solid team.
Crazy.
I mean, even just here today, you know, like, you're punctual, you are on time. You were telling me about another interview where the next guest, you are earlier than the next guest.
I was the next guest. I was earlier than the guest was supposed to be before me.
Who was like 50 minutes late.
50.
Can we talk about the professionalism?
There's no African time in the world. Period.
Time is time.
Time is time. Like, one of the things the DJ said in Bumi, she was like, and then people always complain about having the same people. And she's like, KO, okay, we can call KO, he's going to be on time.
Yep.
We can call Nesty, he's going to be on time.
Yep.
Do you know? And she's like, I can count the on time. And then she stopped. It's like, they're going to be on time. It's just like, yeah, superstars are on time.
Yeah.
Not that big head bullshit.
Yeah.
You're being a lazy ass, disrespectful cunt.
Sure.
That's
because
not
it is disrespectful.
superstardom. That's disrespectful. Time. That lesson was stamped to me by Die Antwoord when I was touring and songwriting for them.
Yeah.
And there was one first meeting physically, so without partying, because we've done the partying now, just
yeah.
And then now it was just a meeting just before leaving for tour, because they left before me. And Ninja was like, it was 5 minutes, I promise you. Ninja was like, no.
Dreamstream, a place to create yourself. Record video, music, and podcasts in our full-service studio. Record video, music, and podcasts in our full-service studio. Dreamstream, a place to create yourself.
You want to be big in the world. 5 minutes, the deal is over.
Damn.
That's never gonna happen. I've never been late since then.
So what was the meeting with the Antwoord about, and
It was just like we just the movements and stuff. That the management meetings had been done, all the jazz. It was like us at one of the homes, this side. Because I've been to the Cape Town. We recorded the album in Cape Town.
Yeah.
The house in Cape Town. One of their homes in Cape Town. And so in Joburg, it was my first time going to the home this side.
I see.
So it wasn't even like anything deep like that. But the lesson was definitely like Ninja was not playing.
Like, do not be late.
No. Can never be late.
I mean,
Where
imagine.
you're going is worse.
Imagine you're working with Beyonce and you're late.
Never.
How did that happen, though?
You know, it's nice being a nice person because... So, how it happened was, I got invited to the private party when they arrived in the country, the whole team. Managers, dancers, everybody.
Yeah.
Excuse me, they were in the club. So it wasn't necessarily any media around. So it wasn't a hoo-ha party. It was like, if you know somebody,
then you'll be there. Yeah.
And from there, I met the co-director, and so I feel like I was at the party because he had been told about me. Because when he met me, it's like everyone I trust in the US that I asked, who do I talk to? They say Moonchild.
Okay.
So you see those plans. I don't even know who those people are. It's just that I'm always working with intention. And then we met, and then I started showing him around. People didn't even know we were doing the research for the project. I didn't even know what the project was. I just knew who it was for. So this is like this is before Global Citizen.
Yeah.
We go around, we go to live shows, and I'm very open in general. I don't believe in a slice of fighting for a slice. I don't even fight. I'm in my own lane, like it's my own cake. So there's slices of different cake.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like you're gonna be frustrated if you try me.
Oh, lane, baby.
No, babe.
Oh, lane.
So I'm there. I'm showing that the performers in SA when there's a live whatever in the club. So I'm like out. So I go with Kwesi. It was good that people didn't know him because automatically it was just gonna be acting some type of way. But it was nice. So we got to explore and
who was at the private party? So
at the private
people
party,
they invited, I'm guessing.
performers. I didn't see performers.
Okay.
I was the performer.
Dancers and
Just
you.
me. Just me.
And Beyonce is in the room.
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't there.
Meeting the
It's
team.
her team. Ah, I see.
So she wasn't in the room. I met Beyonce when we were shooting My Power. The whole time, even like when you get the music, because I didn't even know which song I was involved in because I was songwriting. I'd be sent songs.
I see.
A couple of songs, like I remember Water. I remember all those songs. There's a couple of songs. So did one for ad-libs, verses.
Okay.
Ad-libs, verses. So even when My Power was the last one.
Yeah.
Because I was in London. I remember I landed at the airport, went straight to studio with my suitcase. Because there was no, I wasn't playing with that one. I wasn't even talking because it was me living my dream. And this is without an NDA. I was just like, I need to get this right. I wasn't playing with that one. I wasn't even talking because it was me living my dream. And this is without an NDA. I was just like, I need to get this right. So every song, like you're in studio, 8 p.m., you leave at like 3 a.m. If you've got the whole day, you're there the whole day.
Sure.
I'm not posting anything that looks like I'm slacking until something's been approved because they're watching. To a point where when I was with Diplo, we were there for, it wasn't Super Bowl, it was before Super Bowl. We were in LA. And when I just got there, he calls, it's the year, my first Coachella, 2019. He called, the team, Beyonce's team calls him on some, I know you're with Moonchild, record some more shit. So it was crazy because it was ridiculous.
What was the time period from the time they started researching until the time the song actually dropped?
I don't know. It was definitely Global Citizen happened. It was definitely maybe after 6 months of being involved. I think it was just over 6 months of being involved.
Yeah.
I got the NDA a month before the stuff dropped. But the other 5 months. Oh, he confirmed with me what it was for. He saw me at Coachella, Kwesi. And that's the year Beyonce was doing, it was the year after Coachella, it was the year she was doing the Adidas.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they were doing that and I was there that year with Diplo. So when he sees me, so my friend was playing Woke Para from like with her speaker.
Yeah.
While waiting for the other people to play. And then he just comes through and some, I knew it was you. And so it was crazy. And then he's like, so it's a Lion King project. This is now I'm getting the details, but I've been recording.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, great. Now I can't scream because I can't tell them the two
What's
I'm with.
going on? Yeah.
And so I just kept it to myself. I was like, okay, good to know. I knew who I was working with, but I just didn't know what the project was for. I knew it was Africa. I don't know about Lion King and things like that. The details weren't necessarily there. I didn't care. I just knew I needed to be in whatever it is. And so even her using Okepara for her summary of Africa, that was a surprise. Because I'm like, what the hell is a surprise, bitch?
That
and so it was so nice. Like, it was so nice.
You guys are now meeting for the first time. I'm guessing you're shooting, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that day.
It was dope. We went to, she owns a church. So we went to this church. We shot in LA. Yeah. So we went to a church and we shot there. Tiara Wack was doing makeup next door. Nigel was on the other trailer. Not a trailer, they were like the tent setup. And then they scheduled for us to. So they scheduled when we were gonna see her when we got there. But then I don't know what they were doing. And then we saw her in the day. We did our makeup, got dressed.
Yeah.
And then we saw her. And then we shot with her, chatted, stuff. She's chill.
Yeah.
She's so cool. She needed cream for her feet because we were bare feet.
Okay.
No, we were wearing shoes. She was barefoot for some scene. Excuse me. And then it was lit. And then she told us even that it's Ivy's favorite song. I've even called because it's her favorite song.
Oh wow, that is so cute, B.
Is that right? She's so dope. She's so dope.
And there was a time you trended. America was having South Africa on a chokehold because one question you asked trended. I mean, like, is it the chicken or is it the egg?
Oh. I mean,
umbuzo
samile. Which one is it?
Well,
Can't enlighten me.
Did that affect you in any way? Did that improve your PR in terms of like what?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was emotional. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because I was like touring and I'm seeing the stuff and I've got like, it was just like a lot. And then I just like cried. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because it's not even about the song that you just be a bitch, you know?
Yeah, because people were
And
very mean also.
yeah, I remember. And then after that, I just like, when the label said it's the most streamed song in the album now, it surpassed all the other features. I was like, what the fuck? They don't even know. Then I sent a thank you guys for being bitches.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now, with this one, I'm just like,
But what's interesting is that you've actually continued with that story
because I
because
do what I want.
now you've
I'm
got
free.
scrambled eggs.
I'm an artist who's actually free.
Yeah.
Because a lot of artists are imprisoned by this bullshit. I'm free. I can talk about, I'm like, you'll ask me, why am I writing about eggs? Why are you writing about the love of your life?
Yeah.
I'm writing about eggs.
Because why not, right?
I'm writing about
Yeah.
teddies on my shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm free to write about anything I want.
And what is the impact of something like that to you, like as just a person?
I mean, with the chicken or the egg, that's when I cried once and then I got over it. Because I just like tapped out. And then I saw the numbers and I was like, it became Shazam, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, rats. The international people, the stadiums are jumping around singing.
Yeah.
This came first, the chicken or the egg. It's a different audience.
Yeah.
I know my audience.
Yeah.
That's why even Shinza came through actually on Twitter. I saw he was like, y'all are silly. This is the one motherfucker who actually knows her audience.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Like, not Moonchild.
And perhaps people just are not aware of the things you're doing on a global scale.
They don't. I mean, if Boone had visa, maybe you would.
If?
So it starts with the fact that I don't. Now I don't. It's dealing with what immunization card. You still need a birth certificate, let alone an ID, let alone a passport, let alone a visa. So kukude phambili. So like, one day maybe.
Tell me about new music. When can we expect some more music? Because of course we know Scrambled Eggs is out. Yes, yes. Tell me more, please.
So I've got another song coming out with Self-Esteem. She's a UK pop artist.
Yeah.
She's insane, very insane.
Yeah.
Pronounce her name. And we shot the video in London. And it was a 2-day shoot. It was a 1-day shoot for the video, and then we did stills the next day.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. It's like, it's called Big Man.
Okay.
I'm a big man.
Huh.
And it's so fun. Like, we take on the men role. No, we're the big men who take on the women roles.
Sure, because women are masculine.
Yeah. So
these
it's
days.
like and it was like a personal conversation where it was about like, we're both bad bitches, and we tend to deal with men who end up showing their insecurity, and now they can't do the thing. So this man we've created is the man who's like, I'm a big man.
Yeah.
I wash the dishes. I love bad bitches. I'm better. She chose me. I'm greater. She chose me because I'm great. I help out. I receive the gifts with an open heart because she's been buying. I'm collecting the shit she's been buying. It's like a man who's just comfortable in the woman's bad bitching if they make more money, and just being able to just be themselves. Like, it's like, so saying I'm a big man amongst the men that spend betting.
Sure.
That buy love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I listen. It's a big deal.
And it's such an important thing that you're actually saying in the song, because men feel emasculated on, I feel like, daily tasks that we should all know how to do.
I'm bringing the bacon.
Yeah.
He roasts it. When I'm free, we rock.
Yeah.
It's like, we rock. If
Yeah.
I'm like, just like chill.
Do you believe in gender roles?
I think the idea of being a princess is nice. I'd like to be princess as I am.
Okay.
So, like, for instance, I'll be like, right now, I'm feeling like a girl.
Yeah.
I still gotta handle my shit and stuff. But when I'm with this boy, I feel like a girl, like chill, easy. I'm not diluted. I'm like in my element. Like, if I'm quiet, I'm quiet. If I'm loud, I'm like, I'm talking shit, I'm talking shit. Like, I don't have a filter with.
Yeah, and you don't. No.
So, and there it's like, no more. Because it's so cool. And, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So end of this month we can expect something. That's what you're saying, music-wise.
End of this month, yes. You can expect something on the 22nd. Something is coming. Self-Esteem is the album. The song and the single are dropping.
Okay.
The video and the single are dropping. Then Steve Aoki drops on the 29th of this month.
Okay.
And if I say anything about next month, I will be breaking. There's big things coming.
Hey.
Contract signs, everything's great. But I want to reveal per month. It's a long game thing.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just like still dwelling in the other things that I finally achieved after years.
Yeah.
So they come out next month.
Mm-hmm.
One of my dreams, like in the list.
Yeah.
Yes. And done. Another one I'm living twice now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just crazy.
It's,
So I'm
it's
going back on
exciting.
tour.
Yeah.
Going back on tour next week, Monday.
Yes.
Then I'm in and out, in and out
Sure.
until end of November.
Sure. That is booked and busy.
And then we know that we've got the break in December,
Yeah.
which is home. And then we go to I've actually got a great song.
Yeah.
J Music. He's got a song we recorded last year. He's the only one left right now from South Africa that has space in my schedule.
Wow.
That will be made space for in my schedule because he makes sense to even my global.
Yeah.
Like I love how his production like fits in my global, it fits everywhere. You know? I like people like that. Because I know,
It's very dope.
yeah, not just
It's
like
very
stuck
cool.
in one way. Like just like open to exploring. Mara, also we're not the same. There's
Yeah.
gaps to fill. Some people need to fill
Yeah.
there's a gap to be filled. Not everyone can be a serious rap and make people cry. Not everyone writes about love. Not everyone writes about eggs.
Yeah.
Not everyone,
Yeah. People are different.
Yeah, so we all have roles to and the ones that I get to collaborate with are people that are very open to explore, and I just like also have a pretty much common mindset. Even J Music, he's always touring.
Yeah.
That makes sense to both our businesses.
Yeah.
With regards to having something that stays at home, but also I work it outside.
Sure.
I don't just perform it at bookings here.
Sure.
So it's very interesting. It's very nice. But so J Music is the only person that's got something that's gonna drop for a South African summer.
Okay.
But that's the thing. You can drop any summer. It's gonna work when we tour while we're touring.
Yeah, sure.
But it is more. It's got that piano touch, but not the pouncing cats.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
It's got my energy, the jump.
Nice.
So it's exciting times, Cha. It's exciting times for real. Like it's crazy.
There's so many artists that want to reach these kind of levels, touring globally, and just artists that are also starting out and they want to actually get into that market.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most important thing for them to know when they do that, and how do they actually do that?
I feel like the first part is what you've got access to, which is social media. One of the biggest things they talked about in conferences is focusing and investing in the audience by going into your insights. So on Facebook, you've got insights. On Instagram, you've got insights. So whenever you drop something, put money focused on that audience so that you get more of them in that territory.
Yeah.
The audience in the territory. So you've got the territory specific, you've got this insights. So use them. You really use them. Don't use social media to bully people who are in the position you wish you were in. It's not gonna help. And I don't
Honestly.
forget.
Yeah.
I'll be like, why can I not tag you? Cut that song. It's happened before. Actually.
With
One
who?
person. Nah, no, I'm not a cloud pay.
Okay.
They know themselves. They fucked up.
Damn.
So, yeah, it's just focus. Like literally, you've got insights. Use your social media. Use it. And just because it doesn't make sense here, it makes sense somewhere. Again, how you gonna know? Create. Put it out. Go into your insights and invest in those territories.
Very, very important what you're bringing up, because a lot of people speak on social media, but there's a certain way to also use social media.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very,
It's
very
right
important.
there in your hands.
Yeah.
It's in your hands.
Yeah. And you're such an important person in terms of the Black woman's identity. Very free, very open, and liberal. You know what I mean? What would you say to a young girl right now who wishes? Like sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. I wish I was able to be free. But what would you say to someone like that?
Freedom is in your. It starts here. Because you can be in an oppressed space. You've got stories of people who broke out of I wasn't going to be married because I'm Muslim.
Yeah.
I broke out and I'm an independent bad bitch.
Yeah.
You just decide, because society will always talk anyway.
Yep.
Live your truth. Live your truth. Live your truth. Do your shit.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to talk. Imagine how many people, and my brand is called Moonchild Culture because people would call names and everything. Me owning this, even the management I had at the time was like, who do you think you are? And I'm like, Moonchild fucking Sanelly.
Yeah.
Do you know how the red hair was not called the Kelly Rowland? That says, I do. It was called the Rihanna. Exactly that. Every black girl with blue hair, a white person sees you, they call you Moonchild. Do you understand? So I said, I'm motherfucking Moonchild. And I did it without them. So you have to just believe in yourself. You can't be. Fear is not in your vocabulary. Because the only thing that stops you is fear.
Yeah.
Fear of what?
Yeah.
People who can't be themselves either.
Yeah.
Okay, let's lie to each other then.
Snap.
No, babe. Do you?
Facts.
They'll always talk. Trust me, they'll talk. You just need to do you. Period. Otherwise, when are you gonna start?
Yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate you so
one
much,
life, guys.
babe. Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
And be a bad bitch, please. Never depend on a nigga. So that you can choose the man you want, not be with the man you need.
Yeah. Yeah. And not to settle,
No, don't settle.
Yeah.
There's no expiry date to your dreams. So don't marry and quit and find a job because you're 30 now. There's no expiry date to your dreams.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thanks. Yeah, baby. So chill. So easy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's
Yeah, it's nice.
chill, man.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's nice and it's easy. It's nice. Yeah.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Saturday,
Siyabangena. Yeah, you're bringing our plans on.
I'm making a black paint for this Saturday. Exit.
Yeah, I get it all black worldwide.
I understand?
Yeah.
So like we need to bring like slut on, like bad bitch slut on.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap up the interview.
Yeah, so Saturday is Sunday.
A big shout out to Dream Stream Studios. They are our sponsor. Yes, we're growing on all these sponsor. So make sure if you want to record any music, you want to come through and also maybe shoot your own podcast. Maybe you just even want to come and have a look. You are more than welcome. Make sure to visit their website. It is at Dreamstream everywhere. And make sure to subscribe, make sure to comment, make sure to like. And thank you to everybody that's following us on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. From the global superstar herself, Moonchild Sanelly, and myself, Kalina Nabusi, Baba Kulu, Baba Dese, the Queen of Pitori, and we are out of here.
That's fun.